Greetings, my name is Kevin Matthews and I am the tax professor. Class is still in session because the learning never stops. I want to say thank you very much for coming back here. This is going to be a topic that I find interesting. I have a lot of discussions about it. There's a heavy political aspect to this. Look, we're not here to talk about the politics of certain things. My goal is to help you deal with reality as much as we would like for our political leaders to do the sane and rational things. Obviously, there's a lot going on, and I have to kind of parse my words because I live here in the Washington, D.C. area. I run into these guys all the time, and look, I'm not here to rattle on them, but this is something that I wish was different because this is something that I have a personal belief in. But we're going to help you get through the reality of it, okay? And that's going to be taxation of Social Security benefits, okay? So what is Social Security? Social Security was a program that was made back during the New Deal. Back in the 1930s. One of the things that they noticed was that, especially during the Great Depression, retired individuals, people who were of the elderly age, were continuing to need to work because they had nothing in savings for retirement. And so this was a program that was kind of sort of to give them the ability to stop working and sort of not to continue to take a lot of the jobs that some of the younger guys would have wanted, but also just to this is just something that they felt that I mean, in my personal opinion, someone who's 75 shouldn't have to go to work anymore. My personal opinion is that you've done your bit for king and country, for society at large. You should be retired. You should be enjoying the wonderful life that you've constructed because God knows you've earned it. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. That said, the amount of people who save for retirement is exorbitantly low if they didn't have something like this. Even with plans like 401ks, IRAs, all that sort of stuff, there's a lot of people who just say, I'll figure it out later on. Next thing you know, they're 55 and they haven't saved on a dime, and they have no way that they're going to be able to survive if they don't have anything. And oftentimes, by the time they get done with retire, by the time they get there, they don't have anything. Some of these people don't even have a house. Okay, so they're really going to struggle if they didn't have the Social Security to be able to do that. All right, so so basically the way that it gets done, up until I want to say it was the early 80s, Social Security wasn't taxed. If you got Social Security benefit, 100% tax-free. And so one of the things that got put into the law at that time was, hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to tax these Social Security benefits that people are receiving. Why? Don't ask me. Again, this is not a policy class. This is sort of how we deal with reality. So this is how they kind of work out. If your income plus half of your benefits is not above $32,000 or $25,000 if you're single, none of your Social Security money is going to be taxed. Okay, so if you're one of those people who's getting roughly about $32,000 of income per year, and that's if like say if your income plus half your benefits equals $32,000 or less, you're not going to pay any taxes on the Social Security benefits. Anything about it, I mean, for a couple, $32,000 ain't a lot of money. However, chances are, if you've planned adequately, your house is already paid off. There's a lot of expenses that people who are continuing to work still have that you don't. There's no kids. It's really just kind of you and your spouse. And unless you're single, and of course then it would be up to $25,000. I have a lot of ladies who are clients of mine that are widowers. They have as much money as they do, and some of their Social Security is taxed, or in some cases it's not. It just kind of works out very well for them in that sense. If it exceeds $32,000 but is not more than $44,000, it's basically going to be one half of your benefits is going to be taxable. Okay, And so what ends up happening is that, so say for example, you fall into this category and you get $22,000 of Social Security income. $11,000 is going to be taxable. Now that's not a 50% tax. That is that it's taxable, meaning that it's going to be subject to the ordinary rates. Now chances are, if you're making between $32,000 and $44,000 and you're married filing joint, chances are your income rate's probably only about 15% anyways. And then if it's over that $44,000, basically what ends up happening is that it's going to be 85% taxable. Now, some people kind of come to me and they say, Kevin, yeah, I get that, but what is it? What do we need to do with this information? I think that there's a misconception that most people have out there that Social Security isn't taxed at all. And usually when they file their first tax returns, usually when they figure it out, oh my gosh, it is taxable. But the thing that kind of drives me nuts about it is I can't tell you how many times I prepared tax returns for individuals that have 85% of their benefits taxable, and they don't withhold anything for their taxes. If you're receiving Social Security benefits and your overall income is going to be greater than $60,000, you probably want to find a way to have some of that withholding done, because if you don't withhold, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up owing money at the end, and if it's a constant issue, then you're going to end up paying under withholding penalties, which is something that we definitely don't want to do. So folks, that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about with Social Security benefits. Again, I know this isn't a policy class. I mean, I kind of wish that Social Security benefits weren't taxed. Again, my job's not to deal with what I want, but I'm a poker player. I don't play the cards I want. I play the cards I have, and that's kind of what you got to do. You got to play the cards you have, and these benefits are definitely taxable. If you want to ask a question to me, and it's a general question, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment box below. If you want to ask something a little bit more direct, you can go to my website at www.betasolutioncpa.com. That's www.betasolutioncpa.com. And if you like these videos, go ahead and hit like. We really would appreciate that. And if you like the whole series of videos, or if you like a significant portion of the series of videos, please go ahead and hit subscribe onto to this, and then we'll give you updates as to when additional videos come out. Again, thank you very much for watching.